And stepping outside again, taking another live look outside because of that crazy wind that we're experiencing. This is our storm chaser out there right now. And let's go ahead and send it over to Steven for more on the forecast and the impacts of this wind out there.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of impacts, unfortunately, already so far because of the strong winds. Early this morning, you could look at the cameras across the area and see a lot of that dust. Starting to see some of that cloud coverage moving into northwest Arkansas this afternoon. Now, hopefully that means is that cooler air starting to rush in, clear out that dust. Eventually, we'll get much cooler by the time we get to this evening. You take a look across the area, sunshine across portions of the river valley, more cloud coverage across northwest Arkansas. That weather impact alert mainly because of the strong winds. We've seen power outages. Unfortunately, we've seen damage as well. The temperature change also mixing in there as well. Again, this morning was the warmest part of the day. Now we're getting much cooler by tomorrow morning. Of course, that fire danger also increased as well today. This is a look at those sustained winds out there right now. 26 miles per hour in Fayetteville, 30 in Bentonville, 29 in Alma, 27 in Ozark, 31 is that strongest sustained wind right in Fort Smith there this afternoon. But these wind gusts, the peak winds every once in a while that we could reach are going to be anywhere between 40 up to 50 miles per hour by the time we get to this evening. But keep an eye on this. Now we're going to start to see those winds coming really out of the northwest. That's what's going to bring in the much cooler air that we're definitely feeling right now, and we're really going to feel by the time we get to tomorrow morning. Good news is by the time we get through Thursday, those winds hypothetically should start to calm down. Only wind gusts around 15 miles per hour by the time we get to our Thursday evening. Northwest Arkansas, the rest of the day, again, getting progressively cooler as we go hour by hour. By the time we get to late tonight, around 8 through 10 p.m., we're going to have some scattered shower chances across northwest Arkansas, and with the cooler air, may come a little surprise with that as well. Across the river valley, temperatures started off into the 60s. We'll drop down into those low 40s by the time we wake up for tomorrow morning. Of course, I mentioned those rain chances northwest Arkansas later on this evening, mainly just scattered showers, but with the cooler air, we could see a brief transition over from rain over to, yes, some snowflakes this evening. Little to no accumulation is expected at all, but you may see some flurries flying around. You may get a light dusting in some areas, especially in areas of higher elevation. Tomorrow morning is going to be a brisk start to the day. Temperatures feeling like we're in the 20s and 30s for our Thursday morning. Just shows you how impactful this cold front is. Northwest Arkansas over the next 7 days looks like this. Again, chilly for the first day of spring tomorrow. Good news is that it's almost like one last kiss goodbye from winter, because by the time we get to the weekend, upper 60s, low 70s should be comfortable, at least for the start of the weekend. Across the river valley, we'll be back up into the 70s by the time we get to Friday and Saturday, getting a little bit warmer, getting a little bit more spring-like. But of course, with the new season comes the chances of some thunderstorms as well. Sunday, I think we see a few scattered showers, maybe a few isolated thunderstorms, but that severe risk looks well off towards the south. This wind has been the main story, not only this week, but last week as well. The dust, the pollen getting kicked up with it as well. It's been very annoying. I'm glad to say by tomorrow evening, those winds should be really dying down. The rest of the day, though, going to be a bit tricky outside.
Yeah, and it's dangerous, too. I was going to say, if there's one thing we want to kiss goodbye to, I think it's that wind.
Yeah, I could get rid of the wind just a little bit, at least just not as strong as it is right now.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow. All right, thanks, Steven.